So we're gonna head to the 15th floor to the club lounge where they have breakfast included in my room, and in the evening some drinks, happy hour kind of stuff going on. But I guess they have a pretty good spread. We'll eat breakfast. We'll try to get video day 1 published. You've already seen it, but that's the game plan. Get it published, and then we'll get some sleep before the Mini Millions, which starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Brazil time. So until then, peace. Oh yeah, so the way the registration works, if you have US dollars, you go to this Trust Dude. It's a company called Trust, and actually they have a pretty favorable exchange rate if you have US dollars. It's actually a little bit more favorable than it was the last time as compared to the real rate, so that's pretty fantastic. So if one just wanted to bring US dollars to the tournament, that wouldn't be a problem. And then this company also does withdrawals from PokerStars accounts, and people can fund that way, so they don't have to carry a lot of cash around for those that play on PokerStars. So we'll go see the Trust guys to register, and then we will go to the registration line or the diamond line as might be available, and go play some poker.
Awesome. Okay, so I pay over there for the Mini Millions. So tell me, my friend, what's the advantage of being diamond?
You don't take the line to register, alternate, you cross the line.
You can skip the line.
Yes.
See, your English is great.
It's great. In here, in payouts too.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Table 39.
How do you do it in payouts? Is there a diamond lane or something?
Yes,
Okay.
I have a diamond lane. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hello! Pulseirinha tá sem pulseirinha, tem problema não.
Thank you.
Five, 3. 45, left table.
Okay, thank you. Hello, hello.
Yeah, so a couple hands for you. First one, it's blinds are 1, 3, and 3, big blind ante. It's level 3. You saw I started the tournament at level 2. Now it's level 3. Under the gun 1 is going to raise, min raise to 600. I'm in the hijack with ace queen off. I'm going to 3-bet that to 1,600. You know, sizing wise, you could, I think standard would be a little bit more than that. I like this sort of 3-bet size so that, yeah, he'll come along the original raiser. And if he has a super premium hand, like aces or kings or queens, likely going to 4-bet. I can either let that go for less than sort of the standard 3-bet. It also disincentivizes the blinds to come along with sort of those connected hands like 7-9, 8-9, things like that. So it does a couple of things there. Sure enough, the blinds are going to fold, and we're going to get a flop of deuce, deuce, 9 with 2 spades. He's going to check, and I like to check behind. I think there's a lot of medium pairs that he could have there. He could have pairs below a 9. He could have 10s. And I certainly wouldn't want him to raise me if I tried to put in a bet there with the C bet. And I might need to realize additional equity. So I think if an ace or a queen show up there on the turn, or the river as it may play out, that I'm going to pretty much have a nutted hand. So I'm just going to check behind, and sure enough, I'm going to have the red queen show up on the turn. This is obviously very favorable. He's going to check once again, and there's been no action on this board so far. So I'm going to bet 1,600 into the pot of 3,900. So 16, 16, 3, 3, and 1, 7. Yeah, 3,900. I'll bet 1,600. He is going to check raise me to 5,300. Pretty sure this is some kind of bluff, right? What am I beat by, right? What's value here? Yeah, you could have overpairs, but I sincerely doubt it the way this played out. To not 4-bet. Ace is probably more likely than kings or queens. But pocket queens, pocket 9s, ace deuce suited, I think more likely. Oh, and queen 9. So queen 9 would be a nice hand to have for him. More likely it's things like 10 jack or a spade draw, because it's deuce, deuce, 9 with 2 spades, queen of hearts on the turn. So I'm going to call, kind of think I'm really ahead here. And, you know, dangerous rivers for me are going to be king completing the straight, or 8 completing the straight, or a spade. And let's just see what the river is before we get too crazy early in this no redraw type tournament. So I'll just select to call. 3 of spades shows up on the river, and he's going to bet 7,700. I will insta call, and he's going to have the ace jack of spades. Yeah, one of those situations where sure would be nice if we would have just flopped an ace, right? I'm going to have him all day, or an ace on the river, or a jack on the river, a non-spade. Thing is, the way it played out, any non-spade he is going to bet. I can almost guarantee he's betting rivers after he puts in bets the come on the turn with the semi-bluff, and gets there, and I pay him off. And that's going to lead us to gentleman a few seats to my left who loses a big pot, and he could tell he was tilt city. He's going to jam and show some like rag cards. In the very next hand, he does the same thing. Under the gun, just jams out 2, 4, and 4. And I have ace 10 on the button. And I don't know. I just called. It was less than 30 big blind jam. And he's going to have queens this time. So I got lulled into thinking that's a wide range of hands. In fact, it probably would have been, but this time he had queens. So I'm going to give away about 40% of my stack by looking up Mr. Queens there. And that's going to lead us to kind of the final hand, my bust-out hand, which doesn't happen too much later. I am in a small blind with the queen 3 of hearts, small blind or big blind, and somebody opens to around 1,000, 2.5x. There's 3 additional callers, and the button is going to raise it up to something like 2,800 out of 3,000. I elect to cold call that in the small blind with my queen 3, and we get so we're just heads up. So everybody else folds, and so a little interesting. Maybe it was a smaller raise than 1,000, but to any extent, flop's going to bring us 2 hearts and a gut shot. As you can see from the video, I don't remember the hand off the top of my head. I'm going to check, and in hindsight, I wish I would have maybe just open jammed. He might think about laying down his ace-queen. It didn't connect in the board whatsoever, although he does have his gut shot, as well as his aces and kings are probably usually going to be good there. So anyway, I'll check. He'll bet out about a third of my stack, 3,500. I will jam for around 10,000. Doesn't leave him much fold equity. He insta-calls, and we'll have the queen on the turn to give him Broadway, and I will miss out on the hearts. So that's be how I get out of the tournament there. And now we're going to need to play some more poker.
One thing about this room is the lighting conditions are absolutely awful. The goods are, it's an older building. The goods are there's 110 volt standard US plugs. There's a few of them, which I didn't have at the Wyndham, which is like a block away. I stayed at last time. The TV has all kinds of US television, which I didn't have at the Wyndham. Most of it's got Portuguese, but there are some English channels, so that's cool. I didn't come here to watch TV, but yeah. So the lighting sucks. I'm feeling absolutely demoralized. Thought I had some good rest. Played the mini millions. Just some hands that did not work out. So that's poker. I'll break those down for you on the day 2 video. But right now I'm thinking about doing something absolutely crazy for me, and that's play the High Roller Pot Limit Omaha. PLO is not my best game, but there's no other events till late tonight. I guess the smart player in me would look to edit videos and play the heads up tourney tomorrow. Be all set for that. But yeah, I feel like getting in action. So gamble bug, hashtag gamble bug. I think I'm gonna play the PLO. It's a nice stack. It's a slow structure. I'll go see how many people are registered, and maybe I'll jump in that guy. All right, wish me luck.
Legend! What's up, brother?
Yeah.
Yes, so
Yeah.
I'm
Just
in
us
Sao
and the bad
Paulo
people.
with my friend MATU,
Yes.
and we are in the lonely streets carrying tons of
My eyes
cash.
off this. You're mesmerizing.
No idea, it's desolate. Let me show you. Let me show you. Say hello to the people. Say hello.
Hello, people.
Hello, people.
Hello.
Yes.
Eles ainda me dizem, se